How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Table Takes. It's game night. And this week, we're playing yet another session of Monster of the Week. All right, folks. So, this is another exciting episode. We are in session 3. So, if you saw the video that we played just before we started the stream today, you'll know that our heroes have just arrived in Fort Kira, and they have managed to finagle their way inside after hearing that there was sort of a disturbance inside the fort. They are now here to investigate and find out just exactly what's going on. There's sort of a mystery, as usual, in every episode of Monster of the Week, and it's up to our heroes to solve it. So, we have Bonsai Baby playing Anu Kite. We have Anita playing Opie. We've got Marcus Mays playing Merwin Burgermonger. And we've got the Noir Enigma playing Gunther McHammer.
And
So,
one real quick shout out to that recap video that played before the show. Thank you, the Noir Enigma, for editing and putting that together for us. Appreciate all
yes,
their hard work on that.
Round of applause.
couldn't be more prouder. It was amazing. All right, so when we left off last time, you had just arrived at Fort Kira at around 7 p.m. It's getting a little bit darker. There is a light snowfall surrounding about a mile out from the fort's outer limits. It's giant walls that you can see on the map here. You've just given your missive, a little stamped letter of approval from a nearby noble giving you access into Fort Kira, and you are now making your way inside after passing by Kira Farms through to the front entrance. As you come inside here, you're all probably going to have to like bundle up just a little bit because it is freezing temperatures right now. Once you enter through the gates, you can see that everyone around you is very stoically minding their posts. They're mostly just guards about. Everyone who might be milling about for the workday has gone home to their respective places of residence and have shut their doors for the night. Although you can see the bright lights of the herbalist hut or the trade hall as people are lounging or settling in for their evening meals. You all are led into the fortress of Fort Kira, where Lady Gonquin should be waiting for you at the top level. This is a massive structure. It's adorned with all different manner of antique or vintage decorations, weapons along the wall, large crossbows or massive battle axes rusted from years of wear and tear. You can also see as you ascend the steps of the fortress, there are different levels where different training procedures are going on. There's a lot of exercise or sparring matches going on. You can hear the clink of metal as shields block large blows from very sharp materials. These people are set up for a big fight. So you're led up the stairs by the 4 guards who surround you, flanking you from behind and leading you from the front until you reach the 4th of the 5 levels of the fortress, where you are led to a large set of double doors, huge round brass knockers on the front that are pulled apart, opening the large amethyst carpet leading up the massive palace that leads to the throne where Lady Gonquin is not sitting, but rather standing in front of, pacing back and forth. It appears she's got something on her mind. You can see this large woman, massive in height, probably elven in nature, as you can tell from her very fair hair and her pointed ears. Her regal garb, all green, lined with gold. You can see that she's also got some padded armor as well. She is also carrying some sort of weapon on her hilt, as is sheathed right now, a little out of sight, but you spot it, and it appears that she has something on her mind. Something's troubling her as you are led forward to meet her. So the
Uh,
four of you are left alone inside this room with Lady Gonquin and two advisors, two guards standing at her side. It doesn't appear she has noticed you yet. Even the loud slam of the double doors closing behind you isn't enough to break her out of her stupor. What do you all do?
oh, Bonsai, would you like to go?
Oh no, if you already have an idea, you spoke first.
Merwin will walk, take a few steps up and bend down to a knee, reaching into his back pouch and pulling out a small box with branding that we are familiar with. Open it up, and it is a sample size of our chicken tenders with two dipping sauces. I believe this is enough to wake Lady Gonquin up, so or to get her aware of this. So he opens it very dramatically.
You watch her stop in her tracks. You see her right nostril flare a bit as she picks up the scent. She looks towards you, sort of confused, and she slowly begins to descend the steps leading down from her throne. And starting to close a distance between you, she says, "Who are you? Why have you come here? And what is this you have brought me?"
We are representatives of the Baba Yaga Chicken Hut. We have brought you the finest chicken tenders you will ever sup upon, Lady Gonquin, as well as complimentary, not two, but three dipping sauces.
We got the overhead for that?
Lady Gonquin, you can see stars in her eyes. She is mesmerized. You're an empath, so you can actually tell what she was sort of like thinking before. You don't really get exact thoughts or words or anything like that, but there is sort of like this dark cloud in her mind. The clouds seem to have parted somewhat as she comes closer. She reaches out a hand. You can see several rings on her very painted uh, fingernails as well. She reaches out to touch them and she says, "I've heard of these, but I have never tried one."
Then you know
My lady,
they're best tasted fresh.
my lady, we could tell that there is something troubling you, but we wanted to ensure that hunger was not among them.
Yes, of course. I will try one. She seems like hyper focused. She's enraptured by this chicken tenders, and she picks one up, holding it to the light. You can see the massive chandelier above you gleaming. All these different, it's like shimmering, all these different colors around it, making sort of like a spotlight down on her as she holds it up. And not really sure which dipping sauce to try, she dunks it in all
I'd
three.
recommend I'd recommend the hot mustard and the honey. They're good dipping sauces.
And she dips in the hot mustard, she dips it in the honey, she dips it in all three. And
Oh wow,
she takes a bite into the chicken tenders.
That's actually a pretty good mix you picked.
Yes.
And you could see every muscle in her body sort of relaxes and she almost melts to the floor. She actually does faint, and one of her guards comes up to catch her as she drops the chicken tender to the floor, and
Okay.
she starts to fan herself and says, "Oh, it's magnificent! Oh, oh, this is divine! It is divine! The Baba Yaga chicken, a true delicacy. I
Merwin,
must have more."
Merwin
She,
hands
she
her a
stands
business
up,
card and
pushing
a
her guard to the
moist
side
towelette.
and grabbing the chest out of your hands.
Well, we'd be happy to also provide you with more. However, your guards did require our hut to be kept outside of the city limits. So you might have to make a little bit of a trip to get more after you're done with that box.
I will see to it that you may bring your chicken hut inside, and you may stay wherever you wish, as long as you keep feeding my people. She starts like devour. She shoves the whole box in her face and just eats the
Could-
whole thing,
This seems
dipping
a
sauce and all.
little odd. Is there like basically as soon as Anya walks in, she's just gonna be like kind of creeping around what she can creep around
Ah,
with? Like
okay,
just like
okay, gotcha,
not
gotcha.
not salonly like stare, blow the piece of paper. Oh, look what's there. No, nothing.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so you're just looking around. I'm not going to make you roll anything. So
Okay.
you're looking for anything out of the ordinary. You're just trying to eye anything specific that might be important. You can actually see there is a table off to the side of the throne. It appears that a map of Fort Kira is laid out on it. There are several pieces, several miniature figures laid out on here, each of them holding weapons or holding a giant banner flag. It's too far away for you to see what's going on there, but you're guessing it's probably some sort of like battle plan. On the walls, you can see different banners of other kingdoms in the valley, most of which you recognize. And you can see one of the guards staying back, not acting too suspiciously, just keeping an eye on all of you. But other than that, there's really nothing of interest happening in this area. As far as Lady Gonquin goes, she is wearing her very very, very, typical garb for someone who's running a fortress as she is. She's likely expected to participate if there is an attack on the fort or if, anything like that. And the fact that she's wearing armor tips you off that she is expecting something to be happening soon, if not at any moment. Lady Gonquin has just finished her meal and she's just like sucking her fingers dry from all of the sauces. Um, and
Uh,
she's just got her chest up, the chest in her arm, and she says she gives this back not to you
Opie's gonna
but to one of her
hand
guards. Uh,
over some napkins.
she's gonna hand the chest over to one of her guards and waves them away, and then grabs the napkins very thankfully and starts to dab her face. Um, she says, "Oh, it has been some time since any of us have eaten anything as delicious as this. Your timing is impeccable, quite fortuitous. We are struggling here in Fort Kira." And you can see that she
That's
goes back into thinking very deeply as she
that's
as
that's
she
kind of one of the reasons why we came here because we heard that as another function of the Baba Yaga Chicken Hut, we are representatives of the Chosen. Hi, I'm the Chosen.
Yes.
Um, and we wanted to see if there was any way that we can help you with a problem that you might be facing.
um well, you may continue to sell your chicken fingers and whatever other meals you have prepared for my people.
We
You
got
may
a sandwich
stay
that's
for
pretty
some time.
fire.
I don't know if you may help me or any of my people with any of the other things that are going on with us, uh, but we always have use for more um, servers and those in the service industry. Feel free to sell more to my people. They will be very grateful.
Well, you seem like there's something else going on here. Is there, Lady Gonquin?
Oh, well, yes. It appears that there is. I shouldn't say. Uh,
Please
you
tell us.
you have to understand. I am sworn to secrecy as the leader of my people here. I must keep them protected. Sharing information with the wrong people, with outsiders, is dangerous.
Well, we're not outsiders. We are the chosen. Specifically, they are the chosen.
Hi. Hi.
And
Chosen for what?
everyone just kind of looks at
Uh,
Opie.
I'm trying to figure that part out. I think I'm chosen to bring balance to the world between like the people and the monsters and that sort of thing. There's a lot of stuff that's entailed with it.
For the most part, we've mostly just done general heroics and helping people as need be.
Yeah. We helped out Lord Banquo like a couple towns back with the mechanical rat problem. Um got those cleared out real quickly.
We
Well,
also do
thank
regular pop ups for our catering.
Yeah. We also cater events if you have any events that you want.
Funerals, weddings, any
Banquets.
kind.
So I see you are not just here to serve food, you are also here to provide aid to my town.
We are here to serve food and we are here to serve you.
Correct.
Oh, well, I
I think Opie
I did not
has
expect
pulled out a
this.
script.
A script? What does the script say?
Oh, it's like we are not only here to serve food, we are here to
Oh,
serve you.
Like a heroic template, just so people know, so we
Yeah.
get the same service every single time.
We are
I love
representatives of
it.
the chosen. Hi, I'm the chosen. Is written down.
I understand.
Opie's not very charming,
Can you
so
tell me?
any help they can get.
Can you tell me who you are? What are your names?
I'm Opie.
My name is Merwin Burgermonger.
I am on you.
Gunther.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet all of you. I suppose you may help if you wish. I'm doing my best here, but I fear I've reached the limit of my capabilities. As you can see when you walked up to the town, I'm sure you noticed the clouds. Something strange has happened to our weather tower. We were gifted with a device. It is supposed to keep our temperature regulated. Warm skies in the mornings, bright sun throughout our days, and only raining at night. But for some reason, it has gone, how you say, haywire. Someone has sabotaged it. It is a very tall tower. We do have a mechanic in town, someone who helped to create the device and set it up, but she has not been able to provide us with any assistance. Perhaps you may investigate in town, speak to them before you investigate further. If you may come up to the tower and look at the device itself, for some reason, the people who have tried in the past, they've fallen, unfortunately, to their deaths. And well, this has only happened in the last 6 days or so. So we are reluctant to send anyone else who, uh, without this proper safety precaution.
Without the
Yeah, you
proper.
definitely
Yeah.
need some good PPE, like some ropes,
What is the
Yes.
name of this
a
mechanic?
harness.
You are looking for one whose name is Oluamani. Oluamani Abe.
Alu Amani Abed.
She is a carpenter, but when installing the device in our town, it was given to her. She brought it up herself and commissioned some of our workers. She knows a lot more about how to fix the machine, but well, the last time I spoke to her, she told me something very distressing. She
What did
seems
she tell
reluctant to
you?
say anymore.
Uh, lady,
Hmm.
anything that you could tell us would be of assistance.
Like, who
Well,
provided you with this technology?
oh, Seth Vale, of course. He has been quite
Uh,
generous in the Monster Marches, as I'm sure you've seen. He has gifted many, many machines, innovations, as he calls it, to help us.
Could I pull my question from earlier from investigating
Yes,
mystery when we first came in?
yes. And then
Uh,
tell me how you learn the answer to your question as well.
for this, I would say the thing that when as soon as she said that I researched about our own Sith Vale and what he's done and
Mm-hmm.
this describing this technology of what it is that's supposed to be like a temperature. So I will just ask the what can it do or what it like, what was it going sorry, actually let me change it. What was it going to do in terms of this particular invention? I just read about it in my many like search through what this
I'll
is.
say this: you have not read about this specific invention, but you know enough about Seth Vale and what he's created. Typically, Seth loves to cut corners with all of his different devices. Like anything that he's created, he usually infuses it with some sort of magic. Magic is pretty rare out here. There's only a few people who actually know how to use it. Most of them are hunters. A couple of them are mystics, but the people who do have access to magic they can do great things with it, impossible things with it. So you likely know that there is some sort of magical component to the weather machine, and that's probably the part that's going haywire.
Ah. So okay, yeah, no, no. As soon as she shows reluctance, I'll just be like, there's probably uh the machine has probably broken. Seth is usually known for cutting corners in these regards. Um, you know, yes. In this, and I'll go ahead and do schematics. In this instance, he cut the corner in Jefferson's wiggly bob by making it so it doesn't wiggle, it bobbles, and
Oh no. That's only half of what it's supposed to do.
it's only half as good as what it's
Oh,
Well,
If you don't have the wiggle, then the bob just doesn't move the right way, and then you have problems.
we will talk to this mechanic, and we will root out the problem.
thank you. And if you could continue to serve the people of my town, our farmer, in particular, Farmer Alice, she has been struggling to keep her crops from going out of commission. They
These
will
crops do.
die in just a couple days' time if we aren't able to figure out what is wrong and to repair the damages.
Master of Ceremonies, would I be able to get the spelling of our artificer's name? Or our carpenter?
The carpenter, Oluamani, Oluamani.
Luamon.
Farmer
And
Alice,
Farmer
correct?
Alice.
Mhm.
Oh, Farmer Alice had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
And if we don't fix that thing, our plants will die. E-I-E-I-O.
E-I-E-I-O.
If you could provide any assistance to Farmer Alice as well, I'm sure she would be very appreciative. And if you are looking for a reward outside of whatever you can make from selling your chicken fingers, I suppose Farmer Alice would be willing to pay you if you are able to provide some sort of um, assistance to her.
And what about the never mind. I'm not the person to be talking about this. I was
You
just gonna
you say
ask.
that you are a chosen one.
Yeah.
Would you
At
say
least
that
that's what
you have a connection to the mystic, to the wild? You are all hunters, as I see.
yeah.
Perhaps
I
you may
got
visit our fortune teller then, our seer.
Oh, someone else gets visions? That's cool.
Yes,
I'll go say hi.
we do not know her name. She is only known as the seer.
Opie, I think this is an excellent idea. We might be able to get you
Good.
closer to the true path.
That sounds cool to me.
If you can fix our weather machine, I will be most grateful. Whatever you may ask of me, if it is within my power to do so, I will grant it to you.
All right. Sounds good. And any is other than obviously selling chicken, that's cool. Is there any sort of reward for fixing your weather tower problem?
If there is something that I can provide to you, you have only to ask.
All right, cool. That's all I needed to know.
We'll just make sure to have the invoice prepped.
We'll bill
As I said before, if
appropriately.
I can, I shall.
First things first, we take care of this town's problem.
Good luck to all of you. If you have any troubles, if someone is harassing you or obstructing you in any way, please speak to my lieutenant. I
Okay.
am a little busy right now, but Sergeant Briggs, she is at the lowest level of our fortress here. You may find her there at any time you should need her.
Thank you, my lady.
You're very welcome, Merwin. Unless there is anything else, I will see
Uh,
you off and have a good night.
Just one question. Where would you like us to park the chicken hut?
Oh,
Do you have any permits that we need to fill out? Any
this is
paperwork?
not something. A chicken hut is not something that I'm familiar with. How large is it?
Uh,
It's about the size of a.
is, you've seen a chicken, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now I want you to imagine a hut. And then I want you to imagine a chicken about the size of the hut. And then I want you to take those legs on that chicken and remove them and attach them to the bottom of the hut. Then you'll kind of get a sense, roughly, of what you are working with.
It's about the
Uh,
size of an average building, a smaller build, a little on the smaller size
With legs.
with
So
legs.
it's
But
if
the legs can they kind of fold in when we
hold it.
set the
Correct.
hut down.
The chicken
Do you
hut
have any-
is exactly 10 by 20 feet. And then with the 10-foot up radius height, and also when extended, the legs add an additional 5 feet to the structure as we go. And at a running speed, it can average the average running speed goes about
is she going to keep
35
going? Is she okay?
miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yes. We just wanted to make sure you had all the information.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is
Sounds
a
very
light
thorough.
paint green coat. We were thinking of maybe painting it a red coat. Not quite yet. I think for camouflage reasons that we should probably keep the green and maybe go stick with brown
We'll talk
tiles.
about branding later, I know. But for now,
Oh,
the lady has plenty of things to do.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you are going to fit an entire building through the gates of our fortress, but
Oh,
if
I
you
can just
can
walk
find a
over.
way,
It could
then
step over.
feel free to do so, I suppose.
We'll handle all of this. We won't bother you anymore, lady. Thank you for your time. We will do everything in our power to protect this fort. And
Oh,
to
he's gonna
ensure
do a real
that bellies are
awkward
good.
bow.
You are all dismissed. Have a good night.
Thank you. You are also dismissed. Have a good night.
She waves you off and turns back to her guards and starts saying something to one of them as they walk over to the table set next to the throne. So you all head out.
Yes, so we go back out the door that we came, and I'm assuming we're led towards the back the opening of the of wherever her station is.
Interestingly, there are no more guards at the door. You have to sort of let yourselves out at this point. You're pretty much free to roam the fortress as you leave.
I believe we should check in with the mechanic, Olu Amani. Any
That
objections?
sounds good. Sounds good to
Sounds
me.
good.
Okay, does anyone know where the mechanic is?
She did not tell us.
Ah, well,
Is there gonna be a random person that's just like passing by? Please say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's tons of people. There are guards inside the fortress.
Anu is gonna get real close and uncomfortably personal with one person. Just be like, "Hello, have you heard of this mechanic name? Oh shoot, I forgot. Gosh darn it, what was the name?
Olu Amani.
Manani. They are working at with the governor. I just need to know. They are working on the machine. Do you know where the mechanic is? And
Hello,
just stare.
citizen. You see, the guard isn't very responsive to what you actually said. It appears that they really are only just like looking at you. They're not responding in any way. All they said was "Hello, citizen."
I
I,
Merwin is just taps on the top of their head.
the guard sort of like very slowly, or very like statically turns just their head, but not the rest of their body to look at you. Hello, citizen.
Uh, Merwin's glowing red eyes look confused as hell.
I'd like to use magic.
Okay. What effect are you trying to gain?
I'm using the bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature.
Interesting. And what are you trying to accomplish with that?
I'm going to create a portal to the mechanic.
Okay, I will say, without knowing where the mechanic is, this might be a little.
That's what that's the effect of the use magic. So
Okay,
word for
okay.
word.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so gotcha. So what you're really trying to do is trying to figure out where they are and put a portal there all at the same time. Okay. the effect that you're going for would be a lot easier if you actually knew where they are
Okay.
without having actually like in your possession like knowledge of where you're going. I will
Mhm.
say you're going to need to get a little bit of help from somebody else. So if somebody else wants to do a help out move, you'll be able to make it work here. Um, Probably someone with a good sharp rating because they have to
Uh,
be like good. They have to help you like sort of reason out like pick out where you're
I
going.
was going to offer to help, but Merwin Sharp is a -1, so I think
Well,
you might not
there
want my
is
help.
the help out action, which is roll with cool.
Right.
Um,
I'm saying this person's going to be needing to roll plus
plus
sharp.
sharp.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
I could, if I see you doing a spell, I'll be like, generally, I feel like in if you look for wherever there is like a trade hall is probably where it's gonna there be because they'll be by the merchants, right? So I just process of elimination of like where do you think generally in every village there's usually a site where all the blacksmiths hang, all the tradesmen's hang.
Uh-huh.
Uh I'll go
Hmm.
ahead and help with that. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a help move, but you're going to roll plus sharp instead of plus cool.
Okay. So hold on. Da, 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 da. So
There
do
you go.
I could just roll sharp or
You're just rolling 2d6 and add sharp. And
okay,
then you
I'll
have
just
no forward or ongoing bonuses.
all right, I'm just gonna roll my sharp then.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got 11.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So you provide aid
And
and you do not expose yourself to any danger of the
as
battle.
Noir, jeez.
That might be sort of like come up as a result. So go ahead, Gunther, and make your use magic roll.
I already did 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh my god.
Okay, excellent. So you search with your third eye. And with Anu's help, you're able to figure out like sort of like the roads of the land of that are inside this fortress, and you make a sort of a path in your mind to where the carpenter's residence is, and you open up a portal right at the front door. It's nearby the gardens. It's just south of it, and you'll find yourselves looking at a portal that leads to it as you stand sort of in this open area inside the fortress.
Does the guard have any reaction towards the portal?
Yeah, that's what I was
The
waiting for.
guard's looking at it. The guard's looking at all of you. After a while of just not saying anything to the guard says goodbye, citizen, and just goes downstairs.
Yeah. Merwin has not taken his eyes off of this guard. Is really
That was
studying this guard.
that was weird, right?
Yes, something is not what it seems here.
Gunther's just gonna go ta-da and go back to the chicken hut to let y'all go through the portal.
Oh,
Thanks,
so Gunther
Gunther.
just like goes back down the steps out to the front door and just like leaves.
Oh,
Oh,
Huh.
did you and Gunther have a fight?
I mean, no more than usual. I mean, I'll go talk to him. If y'all want to deal with that, I'm gonna head towards the chicken hut with Gunther.
oh, all right. Keep your training up.
Got it.
All right, so are we
Portal.
splitting?
I guess we're splitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the party.
It sounds like Merwin and
Divide
Anu, you're
and
going through the
conquer.
portal.
Yep.
Okay, so the two of you step through the portal, and you find yourselves standing outside. There's a light amount of snow that's collecting on your shoulders as you stand sort of shivering out in the front door here. And you can see this just looks like a normal house. It's got a couple of rooms to it, one story. Not a lot of decorations out front, though you can hear something going on in the back, out back. However, I'm gonna jump real fast over to Gunther and Opie and see what they're up to. So Opie, do you go after Gunther?
Yeah, I'll follow Gunther. Hey, you good? What's up?
Oh, I'm great. You should probably go with the rest of them. I'm just gonna get everything in order for our chicken sale. More coupons and the like.
Okay. I'm gonna actually probably go up to that Sears hut because that seemed like a pretty cool place. Maybe I'll be able to get some ideas on where to go next.
Rock and roll. Well, let
All
me know
right.
if you need me.
Okay,
He's gonna
so
give Gunther a little side eye and then split off
where do
a
you
little
go?
further. I'm going to go in the direction of the Sears hut that someone had talked, or that
Gotcha.
the
So
Lady
yeah,
Gonko had talked about.
you'll step outside with Gunther as Gunther leaves through the front entrance. You leave out the back entrance that leads into the town of Fort Kira. As you're standing around, sort of looking around here, you notice lots of different buildings. There's a huge tower in front of you, reaching so high into the sky you actually can't even see the top of it. You see the trade hall. It's definitely a trade hall. It's the biggest building, as well as some gardens to your right. Figuring out where the Sears hut isn't going to be too difficult. You just walk around for a bit until you find it. Now let's jump over to Merwin and Anu, who have just arrived at the Carpenter's Lodge.
Anu,
Yes.
I think everything's all
Mm,
right with Gunther.
I'm not sure. I must have to. We have to watch. Probably have to come back to that. A lot of things, strange things are happening today that
Agreed.
I must take note of, and I don't know quite.
You got an
And
eye
I
on
take
that
out
guard.
some notes and start furiously writing them down.
What do you think about that guard we met?
I mean, I've seen Watchers. I know that I watch, but that was just, you know how Opie has that script?
Yes.
It seemed very like Opie's script, but even less well thought out of.
Let's keep an eye out. I know you'll do that for us.
Yes. And also just strange. Even the elf. Very strange.
Yes, something's not right here. More than just the
Hmm.
rainbow clouds and malfunctioning technology.
Well, if Seth is behind it, I'm sure there's obviously something else going on.
Well, shall we meet Oluwamani, the mechanic?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go. Just like
Uh,
straight on.
As you're talking, Anu, you realize this is actually the first time in a little while that you've had like a moment alone with Merwin. So far, it's just been like the whole group sort of sticking together, either inside the hut or on your many adventures. Uh, but now you actually have Merwin alone, and you recall to mind some of the horrible, terrible things that you used to do back before you became a full hunter, um, and how Merwin came to learn about these things. And maybe you don't have to say anything right away, but you just start to remember that Merwin is the only one who knows from back then what actually happened. But you all, the both of you had either. Do you want to like knock on the door, or are you going around back?
Well, before we knock, I'll go, nothing will happen to you. You don't have to step so lightly around me.
Thank you, but I am not walking lightly around you. I am remembering that none of us are complete, and sometimes it takes a while for us to figure out who we are. You will be fine, but thank you for your words.
Mhm. Yeah, I only did that for cleaning purposes. Because,
I don't need rationalizations. I don't need explanations. I know who you are now, and who you are now is someone I trust with my life.
Your boots crunch in the snow as you walk around the side of the house towards the back. You can hear something going on in the back. It sounds like metalworking or maybe woodworking or something like that. There's definitely some pounding happening. And then as you round the corner around the back of it, you can actually see there is a woman wearing a very heavy coat on the ground, on her back, and it appears there is a massive troll with sparks of lightning shooting out of its back and sort of sparking out of it on top of this woman, clawing at her, barking, and you can actually see that she is like wrestling with it, trying to get it off of her.
oh, Try well, I will go ahead and just very, very let's see. What was it? Because we don't know the whole situation. Can I just like oh, shoot. I'm trying to think how I enter this situation. Just
What
like
would you like to do? And then I'll tell you how to do it, either with a roll or if it just happens automatically.
I am going to just rush at the creature on top and web like puck. Like
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're
yeah.
just going to go full force, try to just like bam, hit it. Okay. This is
Yeah.
going to be a kick some butt roll. When you do this, you're going to take harm back as well. But if you have
Mm.
some enough armor, you might be able to bypass it. So let's see what happens. Go ahead and make a kick some butt roll.
All right, kick some butt roll. Where what would that be under?
So
Hold on.
yeah, so go under the basic moves, the hunter moves.
Okay.
It should be at the top of
Ba
your playbook there.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Playbook, playbook. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to go through how to work this
Yeah, it's under
again.
hunter moves reference, right underneath the games
Um,
options. We're using Roll20 for
yeah,
anybody
we're Rose 20. Yeah, so
just
games,
listening to us.
Yeah,
games
we're
options. All right, Hunter. Okay, there we go. And kick some. Okay, there we go. I got it. Ha! And roll. And then submit.
Ooh, okay. So,
No! Whoops!
with a roll of, sorry, what'd you get? What's your total for the
I got it. Two. This is a failure.
audience? Boomer
Two.
has gotten the signal. It's time to be worried. It's time to be worried. Uh, so, unfortunately, you do not cause any harm. You don't inflict any harm on the creature. You're just going to take the full harm that this troll is going to deal back to you. So, you run over at this troll or whatever it is, and you try to just like hit it, like punch it, like knock it away. But it like looks at you and fires a blast of electricity at you, sending you careening backwards. You're gonna take two harm.
How big is this troll, by the way?
It's the size of like a really large dog.
Okay. Um,
Balumani is on the ground and she is shouting, saying, "Ah, get it off of me! Ah!"
Merwin's eyes begin to glow red. You can see the trail of the eyes kind of, going past his eyes. He unleashes a very, very, very stiff growl towards this beast. Is there any reaction? Just on a
There
growl.
might be. There might be. Let's see here. So the creature is like currently like just like sent Anu flying away and then looks over at you, a little distracted by what you're doing to it. Yeah, I'm gonna say when you try to do that, let's say, yeah, you just like try to intimidate the
See,
creature.
can I also throw a little bit of flavor because it does fit the character?
Yeah.
My fingers start to like little flames starts to form on the tips of my fingers.
Okay. So I think the troll is just going to like uh leave Aluomani alone now and actually sort of like slowly stalking towards you, growling. The creature has a really large, long nose and really grisly, sort of cracked teeth. It's a very ugly, gray skinned little troll of a creature with a scraggly white hair on its head and little tufts sticking out on its like bony, sort of like wrinkled up, matted skin. It doesn't even have like really like fur. It's more like rhino skin, you know. And it's like slowly stalking towards you. It looks like it's charging up because you can see energy sort of just like channeling around it. But before we do anything else, let's jump on over to Gunther.
Excellent, excellent.
So Gunther, you leave out the front entrance of the fortress,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk through the snow. The guards sort of just like nod at you as you keep walking towards the chicken hut,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually you reach it, and you can see that it is actually kneeling as you approach.
I am going to give it a salute and head on inside.
The big chicken hut stands up as soon as you climb up inside it and scratches one of its legs using the other one. And you're now inside the chicken hut. You can see the large plaque on the wall with your grade A food safety rating on the side. You're standing at sort of like the front-ish area, the part used for observation and the best spot for communicating with the chicken hut. But then there's the door to the kitchen as well as the ladder to the roof as well.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm just gonna start whipping up some chicken.
All right. Yeah, you turn on the fryer, you toss some grease in, and you start to just like whip up some chicken fingers. You got like a big bag that you have in sort of like this permanent freezing spell that you've cast on like a little box, and you just pull the chicken fingers out of that and chuck them in. They're sizzling. It's starting to smell pretty good. You got an array of dipping sauces above you. You are currently in your element, and you are working pretty fast. I would say you're churning through the process, and you're gonna be done in no time.
Yeah, I'm just vibing for the most part, making sure our hut is safe.
Opie, you arrive at what you believe is the Sears hut. There is actually a couple of signs in town, just small little wooden posts, and you make your way over to the Sears hut. It's a very quiet night. There's not a lot going around. You can't really hear anything as you approach this hut. There's the light snowfall, and the wind blowing your hair, sort of whipping up as you sort of hug yourself, sort of trying to conserve heat as you step up to the Sears hut. The hut is actually pretty tall. It looks like it has 2 stories to it. It's got a sort of smallish garden in the front of it. You'll have to open up the tiny little knee-high gate that's at the front entrance to let yourself in. And now you're standing at the door. You can see there are all kinds of different wind chimes and sort of charms that are hanging as you pass on the porch up to the door. Um, uh, and yeah, there's a little floor mat that just says welcome. It has some runes etched into it. You're not really sure what they mean. You're not very mystical. You're not very magical. You assume that there's some sort of like magical ward here, but for the most part,
Um,
you can just see
knock
the
at the
the
door.
the golden knocker that's there, and you'll knock it a couple times.
Yeah.
Um, there is you didn't see it before, but there's a little peephole that like sort of slides open and opens up, and you can see a blue eye, sort of like bright, sort of almost glowing, looking at you. And you hear
Opie's
a
probably
voice.
ho- Opie's probably taller than the peephole. So kind of bends down and looks. Hi.
Hello. What can I help you with?
I'm here to see the seer. I'm part of a delegation with representatives of the chosen. Hi, I'm the chosen, and I was hoping to get some information from you.
You may enter. And you see the door is starting to open. It's pretty dark on the inside. There are candles lit in the area. There's a staircase that leads up, but over to the right, you see a large hearth. There is a massive bearskin rug. There are several bean bags laid out and massive plants that reach all the way up to the ceiling. Huge vines crawling up the walls that appear to be adorned with massive paintings of strange, uh, almost it appears that they're moving, strange animated paintings of undecipherable miasmas that are just sort of undulating or moving around one another.
Oh, I
Um,
know these ones. I hear if you like unfocus your eyes, it makes like a schooner.
yeah, exactly. And the fire, it's brightly lit, and you can see that there is a table with a large uh, crystal balls. I don't know why it took me so long to remember that. Sitting on the table, and you can see that this woman is very ancient. She's hobbled over, sort of hunched over. You can see that she's wearing very thin robes. Her scraggly, sort of wet, graying hair is just like in sort of small, thin strands hanging down past her face, and she uses her cane, this wooden sort of uh, almost like fully stripped down to like the past the bark into the white beneath it, and she sort of hobbles over to her chair, and then she waves a gloved hand over to a seat for you as she takes her own at the crystal ball.
Opie, probably sit down in this beanbag chair that might be a little too small.
No. The chosen one, you say?
That's what they tell me. I got
Look,
this big sword and it like pulls out this massive sword. Puts it back.
oh, I see. You are who you say you are. Look into my crystal ball. She appears to have sort of settled into the role that she usually does when anybody comes into her house, and she's sort of just
Hey,
like putting you through the motions of like getting your fortune told.
hey, before we get started, like everybody calls you the seer, but like what's your real name? I think it's rude that everybody calls you that.
She sort of tilts her head and she looks down into her crystal ball and she says, I have been called many things.
But what do you like to be called? That's kind of what's important.
She looks up at you, her eyes having changed colors. They're now silvery white. You may call me the seer, child.
That's what you want to be called? Really? All day, every day? Okay.
Please, look.
I'll look into the ball. Hope this doesn't splash grease on me again.
You see into the bulb, you see into the crystal ball. Um, Nothing's really happening yet. So she begins to start chanting, moving her hands around over the crystal ball. She lightly touches it, sort of drawing lines around the side of it, sort of rings actually. You start to see a puff of smoke appear on the inside as this fog sort of just like billows out and grows, filling up the magnifying glass. It eventually clears, and your vision is taken up by the sight of your sword. The sword of the chosen one. Yes. Your destiny, your inheritance. I see it. Look closely, child. Look. Your fate lies within. It appears your mother has a message for you. She starts to lean back. She takes her hands off the table and she grabs her cane and she stands up. And you can see her eyes sort of roll to the back of her head. And her hair begins to sort of rise up. It's almost like there's a gust of wind blowing up from underneath her, blowing it back. And she begins to speak in a voice not of her own. Hello, I am your
Uh,
mother.
my mother. You look like the seer.
I use the seer now as a vessel. I must speak with you.
Okay. But like also like you don't sound like my mom, like the hunter that raised me. You don't sound like mom.
I am your true mother.
Oh, oh, okay. This is some charlatan stuff. But what's
There
the
isn't
message?
time, child. I must warn you. You are in grave danger. You are being watched.
Being watched? I
Trust your heart, Opie. Find the Watcher. Befriend them. They carry your destiny in the palm of their hand.
want the watcher, carry destiny, palm of hand. Got it.
Goodbye, Opie. Good luck. The troll leaps at Merwin, trying to tackle you to the ground. What is your armor? Do you
My
have any?
armor is. Let me open up my armor. I do not believe I have any special armor, but I cannot see my full page at the moment. Because if I move it, then I will not be able to show anything else.
This electric blast of energy shoots through you as the creature, this troll, jumps, landing straight into you, ramming into your gut and sending the both of you tumbling backwards. You're going to take 3 harm.
3 harm.
Oof.
Marking 3 harm now.
Now, with harm that is as severe as this, oftentimes you get some sort of debilitating effect that comes along with it. You are going to have no use of your legs until you are able to repair them.
Okay.
Meaning you're going to need to get some sort of first aid or something like that. But the shock to your body has just rendered your legs unusable.
Well, luckily I only need my hands. So, Merwin would like to use pyromancy.
Excellent.
That is the. It allows me to. I'm trying to read it without messing up my whole screen. You harness the primal magic of fire. You can kick ass using plus weird with either combustion magic, 2 harm hand close fire, or you're doing fire.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, you're gonna do a kick some ass roll. Now I was trying to avoid saying ass, but I guess we're just doing that now. Thank you,
Kick
producer
some
Marker, for
You're
dunk.
allowed to say
Marcus.
ass. It's built into the game.
Perfect, excellent. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and roll kick some ass.
Which is,
You'll do 2 harm.
and it would be really bizarre if I wasn't listening when Bonsai found kick some ass on screen.
Oh, don't worry. Just roll the dice that's next to the weird rate.
Oh, I can
You're
just
not
roll
rolling
weird.
plus
Okay,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's right.
Now you're gonna
Um,
take some harm back as well.
Not just my legs. Okay. And there we go. I can't see if it rolled. Did it roll?
Mixed
Yeah, you got an
success.
8. That's a success. So what that means
Oh.
is, you get to inflict harm on the creature, and that creature inflicts harm on you as normal.
Okay.
Now, if you rolled a 10 or more, you would get to choose an extra effect that might let you negate some of the harm that's coming in. But anytime you try to kick some ass, you also take harm.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, luckily his head's right here by my hands because he tackled me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna blast 2 harm onto this troll. That's going to send it jumping back. But as it does, it scratches at your face, dealing 2 harm to you as it sort of tumbles backwards. You're now unstable, unless you want to use a point of luck to avoid all harm from an injury.
I would actually like to use a point of luck this time.
Okay, great. Yeah, mark off 1 luck,
1 luck.
and anytime you use luck, you get to use your luck special.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to tell us what it is?
Yeah, I'm scrolling down to find it. Luck special, luck special, luck special. Oh my god, I had a note of this. Where did I put it?
You put it in the same part as your notes. Whereas your notes, there's a different section for your notes, so I'll just cut and paste it for you. But whenever you spend a point of
Oh,
luck,
there it is. Yeah.
darkness gains upon you and the fire.
Okay. Okay. So what does that exactly mean? What does that look like?
Well,
I'm so curious. JJ.
As the unkindled, you are brought back from a realm unlike our own, a realm of darkness, of shadow, of the undead, of demons and hellfire. And the darkness is going to gain upon you. So, if you look down at your injury where you were blasted into your chest, you can see that there's a giant hole there, but there are actually these tiny, almost imperceptible, very, very thin tendrils that worm their way out of this wound that's actually sort of like bleeding onto your legs and start to slowly, no effect mechanically,
Mhm.
but slowly find their way outside of the wound. That's all. The troll has just fallen backwards and tumbled into the snow and is rapidly shoving its head in, wagging it furiously, trying to put out the fire and eventually gets it out. But Olumani has gotten to her feet and is now clutching her side as she tries as quickly as she can to get over to this large cage that she has.
How far is the creature from me at the moment?
I would say not far.
Ah, darn it. I wonder if will you allow for me to use the rifle just up close?
Yeah, why don't you just like dash over to an area where you think you can just like prop up the rifle,
Yeah.
aim, and then take fire.
Yeah. While would just say while Merwin was dealing with them doing flash, I was like, okay, I got hit. I did get hit, and so I got hit a little bit of ways and then scampered and then and just fire.
Okay, you
Um
fire at the creature. It hits because you just got like really good aim. A bullet gets propelled from your rifle, firing straight out, and you see it land right in the creature's hind
ooh,
quarters, and it whines and it sort of like spins around in pain. How much harm do you deal?
it's a 3 harm and it
Okay.
ignores armor if you need to know.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So it looks like the creature is almost dead. You've dealt it a mortal wound. It is whining and it is slumped over on the ground. And Aluamani takes this opportunity to run over, dragging the cage with her. And she says, "Help me get it into the cage before anything else happens."
Wait, you want it to live?
Yes, yes, quickly, hurry. You can see the creature slowly starting to like zzz, zzz, zzz.
Okay,
Merwin
I
is in a
guess
Merwin is zoned out in like half in the darkness, half in the real world.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis then to telekinesis this creature into the cage.
Okay.
I that's a roll for weird, if
Yes,
I
absolutely.
right.
Yes.
And
So you're
then
going to make an alternative weird move, which
yes.
everybody has a different weird move. The spell slinger has used magic. You've got telekinesis, and Merwin has empathy. But you are going to use your telekinesis. You're going to try to lift up the troll and put it in the cage.
Okay. I got a 7, which
Excellent.
is if I read, let me read the chart really quick. Or it says 7, you move it, but it hurts. Choose one option and mark 2 harm. So it's basically I can either suffer 1 harm, or something catches on fire randomly. You can move something bigger than a person, or well, wait, hold on. Yeah, choose 2 of the options. Well, so I already get 2 harm. So yeah. Okay, never mind. I could just move it. It just says move something that's bigger than a person. So I just move it. That's one of the 2 I can do. Choose one option. So I'll move it, but I hurt myself because I have a headache. My nose will start bleeding. Ow.
Yes. How much harm do you have total now?
So I would have had 4 total harm. Is there a way for me to use my luck?
Yes, you can use luck to avoid all injuries from any one source.
Okay, so with that, my luck is when you spend a point of luck, you discover something happening now that is related to something that you were involved with years ago. So I get a flashback.
Okay.
I have an aneurysm and I go flashback. Ugh.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you discover something in the real world that happened that sort of gives you a flashback. Um oh man. Okay, okay. Hold on a second cuz this is um we don't have a ton of time, so I'm just going to keep this brief. But um you notice that Illuminati is pregnant, and it gives you a flashback to an event in your past. You remember the sound of a screaming child, and you shake your head and you block it out, and you just try your best not to even think about it at all anymore.
Oh,
The troll is lifted into the cage just in time because as you watch as it's hovering above the ground, sparks of energy and lightning are flying everywhere and almost hits Aluamani, but she ducks underneath it, and the troll is slotted into the cage, shoved in with a big push from Aluamani, who locks it tight and just as a burst of electricity begins to erupt from the troll, it slowly begins to be contained until it fizzles out, and the troll is just breathing heavily, bleeding out onto the floor of the cage from its from its rump, growling. Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
I'm guessing that your name is. Ooh, are you okay? Alu, is that your name, Aluamani?
yes, I am Olumani. Who are you?
I am Merwin Burgermonger. He says on the ground with a hole in him with his legs not moving.
Merwin? Anu? Nice.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here. I'll guide her. I'll sit her down here. Do you need a glass of water, or is
I need the
your
bandage. I'm bleeding. And you can see that she pulls her hand off, and you can see the blood pouring out of her hip. Oh,
oh? I mean, I'm looking at both of you. Them very harmed people. Yes.
I will be fine. Please help our friend.
What would I even use to help in this situation? Like,
I've got something. I'll be fine. And she
oh wait,
stands up.
actually, no. I will use my move, which is preparedness.
Ah,
Uh, it's something. It says something unusual or rare, but I think I could just like be like, I have something that could seal the wound very quick, like like a
yeah.
magical chemical burn.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, you got on you. Actually, you pulled it from your last adventure. A
Oh,
tiny little.
do you need me to roll sharp because it is a roll that I have to
Oh
make?
yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a move. Go ahead and make the move. We'll see if you have what you needed.
Let's see. Let's do it. Yes, 9.
A nine. Yeah, you have exactly what you need. But it's not here. You can you in the chicken hut actually. You've got a first aid kit would be perfect for the situation. It's got a salve on it that can actually help with chemical burns.
Oh shoot. I don't have it here right now, but we have something in like I have something that can patch us up. Will you and the little one be okay if we move you?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
All right. I do I know if McGunner's portal is still like portaling?
It would lead you back to the tower. I'm gonna say probably not. It's probably closed up by now. But I really want to jump over to Opie at this point. So
Yeah.
the seer has calmed down now and is like sort of rolling her eyes and she like leans on her cane. Oh, that was a big one.
Sorry. Are you okay? Do you need anything like glass of water? I
I
also
will be
have this
fine.
2-for-1 coupon for our chicken hut.
She takes the coupon and she looks at it and she looks at you as she
It's a two
slowly
can
puts
dine
it
for 12.99.
in her pocket. Did you see what you came for?
Uh yeah. Yeah. I think I got it.
Be on your way, child. You are needed.
Okay. uh, is there's nothing else that I can get for you? Or you're good?
Bring me a three-piece combo with French fries.
We also have waffle fries. They're real good.
I'll take waffle fries.
All right. I'll throw in extra side of hush puppies for you too.
Wait, I need to use my coupon. And she hands it to
Oh, you're
you.
good. You're good. I got you. I can comp the meal.
And a free drink. 16
Sweet tea.
ounces.
She turns away and sort of just like disappears into the back of her
Ugh,
house. But the
I'm gonna
door's
let myself out.
open. Yeah.
Let myself out.
You can actually see a giant lightning bolt of electricity coming down from the sky. One of the multicolored clouds that's up there. This large thunder crack as it strikes the ground, and uh, you can see exactly where it landed. Just a about 90 or 95 feet away.
I'm like, what are the odds of lightning striking twice in the same place? I'm gonna go check it out.
So you run over and you meet up with Anu and Merwin. Merwin has the one Oluamani sort of like slumped onto uh, uh, the unkindled shoulder and is like,
Oh,
"That's right, I did do that. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. You did that." Okay. Okay, okay. Um, sorry. Oluamani and
She's
Merwin are
dragging us
both
on like a board. Like we're
are
both laying
both
on a long board. Go ahead. Sorry.
I made a wagon really quick. I just have them heaped
Ul-
up.
does
Oluamani raises
Carpenter
a
have a
hand.
wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Oluamani raises a hand and says, I can walk myself. You don't need to worry about me. Just help your friend."
Here, I got you. And Opie will lift up Merwin and like carry Merwin the bodyguard style, back towards the chicken hut.
Thank you, Opie.
That creature, uh, the creature that we were just locked in the cage back there. It is a shock troll. It is attracted to the weather tower. Whatever malfunction has going on, it has brought new dangers into our town. I managed to get a hold of one of them as it was climbing. I dragged it back here, but it escaped me.
Next time you do something like this, you ever heard of this thing called rubber? It makes a lot of like it makes the electricity go away.
She holds up the rubber glove that's on her hand, and she says, "Yeah, I am prepared for this. I talked to the herbalist, and we both come up with a solution. Unfortunately, it got out of hand, but thankfully, the two of you came to my aid. I appreciate it. Where's this chicken hut of yours?
It's just over here outside the gates.
Oh, hello.
Gunther, I think, might be dealing with the crowd right now.
Hello. My name is Oluamani. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Opie.
Nice to meet you, Opie. You friends with these two?
Yeah, we're working together. We were told to find you.
Ah,
Yes,
Yeah,
the lady
we'll
Gonquin.
walk and talk.
Yes.
do you need new shingles or something?
No, we heard that this tower, you were given some kind of faulty mechanics for it, and it's been causing harm on your town. Is this correct?
Yes. Although, uh, as of late, we have not been able to fix the problem. I've been coming up with some sort of solution, and it's not going too well.
Well, we are the solution now.
If
Opie
I just
is the chosen one.
what does that mean?
Means they're
I
chosen.
got a big sword.
Big sword.
Oh,
One.
oh,
Hmm.
great! I'm
There's
so
some sort of
happy to
prophecy
hear
in it.
that.
I don't know. We go around helping folks, and Lady Gonquin told us to talk to you because you might have a little more information that she didn't have.
Uh, I see.
We also make real good chicken. You want some chicken?
Hmm.
I got a
Not.
coupon.
I
I'm
have a
not.
feeling we have to put her in because if I judge by my timer, she'll have about 20 more minutes before she passes out from lack of blood and nutrients, especially if she has another thing, a parasite that's in her stomach. Or well, no, not a parasite. I'm sorry. A a a another another one. You are currently just judging by how your pupils are looking and how your pheromones are going off that you are in that with child, correct? All right. Yes. So I estimate that to like more 18 minutes. If we want to
Okay,
keep
we're
yeah.
moving.
Well, I'm glad that to be in such capable hands. You get the sense that she's not really buying the whole chosen one thing, but she's definitely grateful. So she's going to walk along with y'all as you head out of the gates. Gunther, you're inside the chicken hut.
Yep.
You're cooking up chicken fingers, you chicken tenders.
Also fueling the chicken hut with secrets.
Ah, so the chicken hut is going to speak back to you.
Mhm.
as you speak to it and say, Master, another
Uh,
meal so soon?
yeah, just keep you topped up. I
How kind of you. Oh, thank you. What secrets have you brought for me this time?
Jesus.
left an annoying man to die in London once. I could have saved him, but I didn't.
Master, what a naughty, naughty man you've been. My
Yeah,
master's a naughty, naughty master.
we were all climbing towards the gateway to escape from the hellscape. I could have gave him a hand up. I'm really good at climbing, but I just this guy. Uh,
Oh, master, I will guard your secret as I guard all secrets in my vault. Thank you, master. So you're cooking. There's not a whole lot going on around you.
oh, just vibing.
You're just vibing. Eventually, you see that the chicken hut is like turning, and then crouches down. Um, you see from the kitchen. It's a little tough to see because it's past one of the walls with like a window in it through another window. But you see three figures coming out of the fortress towards you. One of them looks like Opie.
Opie is holding someone.
Four
So
characters.
4.
Well, they probably went off and got hurt again. Okay.
Yeah, and they eventually get up to the hut. And the chicken hut says, "Master,
Mm.
master, a stranger approaches."
Welcome to the Baba Yaga Chicken Hut. Can I take your order?
There's a little side window for like serving food. As the chicken hut like squats down enough that actually the whole hut is just like flush against the ground. Uh, the four of you see Gunther's head pop out of the window wearing that paper hat.
Do I see?
Oluomani gives a little wave to you. You've never seen this person before.
Mm, do I see any of our party members wounded?
Yes, you can see that Gunther is being carried. You can actually see that Anu,
Gunther.
my bad, Merwin.
Merwin.
Merwin is being carried by Opie, and Anu looks like they have a bit of an injury as well on sort of their arm. It's just like got a scorch mark on it.
I'd like to use magic. At oh my god, I just heard the name, but I forgot it. At Marcus.
Merwin.
Merwin.
Merwin. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a chicken tender at him and cast use magic.
What
It's
effect
like
are you
Merlin,
going for?
but uwu.
What effect are you going for?
Heal one harm from an injury or cure disease or neutralize a poison.
Okay. One harm is going to be enough to get Merwin back to using his legs, but he'll still have -1 ongoing to any effect. If you heal the injury fully, then you'll heal the harm effect as well.
Can I blow myself up?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I just blow myself up? Wouldn't that be quicker?
You absolutely can.
I could blow you up.
This is just. I think Merwin is going to kind of. He's able to stand now. You said right?
Well, I have to cast.
Oh,
the
you got to
magic
cast it.
first.
So,
Yeah, let's see if the magic works.
Okay, if it doesn't, I'll just blow myself up. It's fine.
Gunther blows on a chicken finger with his ice magic and then chucks. Okay, that is a failure. However, you can still use luck to give yourself a 12, or you can ask for help from somebody who might be able to give you a +1. Or if you have some other special abilities.
Oh, let's see. 1 second here. Does anybody want to help?
Merwin's helping is only going to be blowing himself up.
I can help with a little. Like, I have a little bit of a weird. I can help with.
Sure.
Okay.
I will help.
Yeah. Anu, why don't you? You're gonna have to come up to Gunther and then explain how you're helping, and then make the move. but it'll just be the regular help move.
Oh, just the regular, not weird.
No, unless you have
Okay.
a special move. No.
No. Okay. All right. Yeah. So do I have? Let me hold on. Where is the help? Help. Okay. Yeah.
That's
Help out.
cool.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like, cause I know this person needs to get healed. I'm just gonna like ungracefully kind of like be weird, get the little healing kit, and be like, hey, if you're gonna remember what spell, like trying to help him like recall various different spells to heal. Like which one is the best one would use? And just like rattling off like, remember, if you want to really heal somebody, you got to use such and such in this kind of angle. Or actually,
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead
Yeah.
and make the move.
And hold on, wrong key. Oh god, I'm really bad at it. I was too distracted by applying this healing ointment to
And like
crap.
once it doesn't kick in, I think I'm just gonna look at Merwin and be like, "Is it time to do the thing?"
I'm going to do the thing. Would you
Okay,
mind?
real
Would you?
fast. We can't do anything else before we resolve this thing, and then I'll let you guys do your thing. Okay. So on it, you made your help out move. It didn't work out.
Nope.
So what happens is you're going to expose yourself to trouble or danger. So it's going to be related to whatever happens with the use magic roll that failed as well. So Noir. So what happens when you fail on a use magic check is that there are some glitches that happen or move. Excuse me. So let's see here. On a 10 plus, it works without issues. On a 7 to 9, it works imperfectly. Um, uh, I'm not actually 100% sure. I think it's just one glitch. I'm going to assume it's not two. But I'm going to choose what the glitch effect is and what effect the glitch has since you didn't roll a 7 through 9. Okay. So I'm going to say. Interesting. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of things that it could do. I'm gonna say the effect is going to be that it's going to draw immediate unwelcome attention, not just to you, but also to Anu. So, about this time, uh, all of you notice. Actually, oh, okay. Never mind. I'm choosing a different glitch, and you don't know what the effect is. I'm gonna say something happens that you can't see. That's what it is. Okay.
Ooh.
So Anu, you and Gunther are both gonna be tied into this somehow, but I'm just letting you know that it's happening. What you can't see is somebody else is getting involved now, but your characters don't know that. All right. Merwin, what were you gonna do?
What has to be done? Merwin it's got a very special, different playbook that we've talked about a little bit before, but let's just kind of show off. There are times when Merwin is not really easily capable of getting healed. There have been times where Merwin's wounds have been fatal, and there hasn't been a health pack or anyone with healing magic of any kind. So Merwin has a little special play that he calls Explode. Merwin's going to go to the place with the least flammable material around and combust himself into ash.
You just walk out into the
Yeah,
clearing
it's like we do.
of
Yeah,
snow.
yeah.
And as the snow is falling on you, you summon the fire in your belly. And there's a massive eruption. It goes out about 20 feet in all directions. And the guards watching you from the fortress, they ready their weapons and they actually are like shouting as they see what's happening. One of them actually runs towards you, thinking that they can help you. They get blasted away, flung back towards the fortress and skid along the ground as you explode into ash.
And then the next thing they see is I walk out of my room inside the chicken hut. I just walk back into the scene. Ah, there we go. All better.
Dinner and a show at Baba Yaga's Chicken Hut.
And that is where I think we will pause for now. Over the break, you folks maybe think about how you want to get first aid to Aluamani. Think about what questions you want to ask her. and think about all your next steps, because it is about nightfall, and it's probably time for
Ooh.
y'all, your characters, to get some much deserved rest. That's gonna do it. Oh, sorry. What's up?
I get an improvement.
Congratulations. What's your improvement?
I don't know yet, but I'm probably picking something from a different playbook.
Oh, okay.
Exciting.
Excellent. Excellent. And that's not an advanced improvement, is it? Because I thought I remembered there's a specific list of things.
Mm-hmm.
Take a move from another playbook. Okay, yeah, cool, perfect, excellent. All right, well, I can't wait to find out how Gunther gets even more badass. But we'll have to wait until next week, where we get to episode 4 of Monster of the Week. By the way, the name for this mystery is the Climate Conundrum.
Oh.
So we will see you all next week for the exciting continuation of this mystery. But for now, we must bid you adieu. But don't go anywhere, because right after this, we have some joyful gaming around Sarah's table. As usual, Sarah will be running through an RPG. This time it's very exciting. Do we remember which one
It is
Sarah's table's
Queenless.
gonna be?
It's a solo RPG called Queenless about, I believe, bees. She described it to us at our meeting on Tuesday, and it sounded adorable.
Excellent. All right. Well, folks, we will see you in just a bit for Sarah's table, and I will see all of 4 of you next week for some more Monster of the Week. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.